I think I found it. Woo! No!
Four best friends with a dream untold. No cash, no table, but hearts of gold. Basement empty, couch unable. Then one night we found a table in the woods. What? Don't ask. Okay. Dug it up and yelled, no way. When life gets weird and you feel unstable, grab your friends and find a table. We found a table. Yeah. 4 mics plugged in, barely able, but we found a table. You didn't want this. Nah. No one asked for this. Nope. But we found a table. Yeah. We found a table. Movies, games, sports, TV. Podcast starts. 1, 2, 3.
Table! Ah! We found a table! 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 Table!
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
So we found a table.
It's time to split in.
This is our table. We found it.
We gotta tape Gavin's mouth shut.
Never.
We are your hosts.
Book.
Nick, Aaron, Gavin, Zach. And this is Movie Movie Bookie Bookie for those for those that are uninformed. This is our movie booklet where we take turns each week picking different movies to watch, and then we come on here and we talk about them, we rate them. And this week was Zach's pick, and we watched Shin Godzilla from 2016. And who wants to start us out? Zach?
Zach,
This
why don't
was
you introduce us to your pick?
So this week I picked Shin Godzilla. I'm a huge Godzilla fan. I wanted to do -1, but I want to wait till we're a little bit closer to the sequel releasing. This has the same
1-0?
director. Yeah, so the new one's going to be -0.
That's not how math works.
I didn't write the title.
That's true.
This has the same director as one of my favorite anime shows, Neon Genesis Evangelion. This is kind of a satire of government responding to a natural disaster, such as Godzilla. As these guys saw, there was a lot of meetings in this movie.
What? When? I have an official count by the end of this episode.
I watched this probably a year after it came out, so probably around 2020 or 2017. I don't remember as many meetings as there was the first time I watched it.
Well, yeah, you didn't have Gavin and Aaron counting, so.
Is this a meeting? Is mayonnaise an instrument?
But in this one, Godzilla is extremely overpowered.
He's OP.
He's very OP. Guys, I want to know what you guys thought.
Right, Gavin? All right, so as I was watching the Prime Minister talk to everybody around him about what they needed to do, I thought, why?
No, you can't say.
Oh.
Is it happening in that room and not a separate room entirely? And so they answered that by adding it in another room as well. And then 6 additional rooms. Thank God. However, I'm sorry, thank Godzilla. However, the Godzilla themselves was really cool. I personally like it. It was more of like a kind of body horror version of Godzilla. I personally really enjoy seeing it be less, like, just more mindless animal, more so than the
It's cut off.
smart Godzilla we typically get.
Yeah,
You're distracted, Gav.
there's
Keep speaking.
Sorry, there's a meeting on the TV. And it's just so good. Anyways, really enjoyed it. I've seen bits and pieces of it. I knew Godzilla looked gross in the first half.
God help us.
But it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I'd give it a solid.
We're not rating it.
Okay.
Okay. Remember,
I'll give it a solid.
something.
Something
Out of
Aaron?
Give it a 5 out of 7.
I
I haven't watched any of the newest Godzilla movies. This is probably one of the newer ones out of Japan that I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
It was Godzilla's in it at least a lot more than in the 2014 version, which he was only in for a total of 5 minutes. But I was not prepared for the amount of meetings
Yeah, like
that
I
were
said,
going to be in this movie.
I forgot about the
This
amount of
movie is
meetings.
about 2 hours of meetings and discussions and about 15 minutes of Godzilla doing cool stuff. At one point, Godzilla even falls asleep for 2 weeks while they're having meetings.
He's on like a cooldown because he's like a nuclear reactor.
a fission reactor built into his tail.
How does his chin? I guess it's
Yeah, it's his whole body. But he channels it out everywhere.
Director Hideki Ono told the
Um,
actors to speak faster than usual.
In the
so they
beginning,
would
when
resemble-
Godzilla first comes out, he looks like a really messed up squirrel or a chipmunk. I didn't really understand what that was about.
That's what our salamander
He had
looks like.
his googly eyes, and it was funny. I wasn't opposed to it, but I am glad he evolved into a closer to a traditional Godzilla, outside of his arms.
You mean like the closed
Yeah, his pincer arms.
monocle
Very tiny
pants?
T-Rex arms. But he did look cool at the end, and it had some of the best...
Back into those plot holes.
his fire breath looked amazing in this, going
Yeah.
through the building.
It's so cool.
Tearing everything up. I really liked the effects they did for his flame. And then the other, there's 100, 200 meetings to get
It was
through.
like 60.
60, okay.
And your rules were just all over the place about
What classified as a
What
meeting?
classifies,
what
as a
classifies as a
meeting?
meeting.
At least 3 people.
Um,
Unless sometimes it's 2.
I am probably the least Godzilla knowledgeable out of the group sitting at this table currently.
Yeah.
I think this is my second Godzilla movie, maybe my third Godzilla movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
That's at least your third.
Oh, it is at least my third.
You've
So,
seen 2014, 98 of this for sure.
You ever seen Destroy All Monsters?
I probably have, but
That's much better than 2014.
Parts of this I found incredibly boring. All of the
All the
bureaucratic,
Godzilla stuff, yeah.
the
Get
bureaucratic
Godzilla out
processes.
of my Godzilla movies.
Yeah, go back to
Go
2014.
back to bureaucracy.
Tell me you have big name actors and kill them within the first 10 minutes.
But out of the 3 or 4 Godzillas I've seen, this is the coolest Godzilla. The evolution,
Better
I
than
think,
98.
as a monster, yes. A better movie, I don't know. 98 Godzilla fucking rules.
Matthew Broderick, the worm guy.
But Godzilla looks way fucking cooler in this one.
He did, but by the end, and when he's glowing red, he looked fucking sick.
Yeah. I think that's why you picked this, right? When you picked this, you were talking about how you liked the way his blast looked, and so I totally agree. I think all that looked really amazing. Yeah, I quite enjoyed it. There were parts of it for sure where I was like, this is dragged on far too long.
By
We've watched
47.
We've watched 15 meetings in a row without seeing an ounce of Godzilla.
I think you'd see him out the window, just sitting there,
Just kind of frozen.
just frozen in place for a while as he was napping.
You guys can still see me, right?
I'm still here, still a threat.
You guys finished with your meeting yet? Oh, wait, another one.
I mean,
I'm
it's
just
nice of
waiting
him-
for
It's
the
nice of
news.
him to let him do it.
Godzilla's serious about freeze tag.
Yes, Kevin?
Gavin glitched
You
out.
had a thought?
No, I said it. I said
Oh,
Godzilla's serious about freeze tag.
Yeah, but then you said,
Yeah, you said-
like you were going to continue your
No,
point.
That's what I thought. I
that was
thought there was a
No,
point
no, no,
beyond
that's
that.
how you
Okay.
pronounce a period. You say,
Anything cool in the
Oh,
mistakes?
that's what I was looking at.
when the fallen Godzilla fires his mouth beam at the cranes, the tip of his lower jaw visibly clips through the bars sticking
Wow.
out of it. Unwatchable now.
Yep.
Some of the CG was pretty bad, like with the cars.
I was going to say
with
that
it moving.
bullet trains.
Yeah.
At the end of the movie, buildings.
The practical effects were
The drug that the government uses to kill Godzilla is described as something that will disable his internal cooling system. After the drug is used at the end, Godzilla freezes. If the drug was supposed to disable his internal cooling system, it would have overheated and not frozen.
all right.
But it's a bit more complex than that. In fact, in the movie, the drug actually, all that I thought it was just a quack. In the movie, all of the down.
Who lets Gavin read?
In the movie, in fact, in the movie, the drug actually manages to
I
disable
fully believe he doesn't read.
Godzilla's cooling system. I read more books than the majority of you, besides maybe
It's
him.
the ADHD.
But instead of I'm sorry, I'm reading it. I guess I can read the bigger one.
We
Fuck
need
that.
a-
Yeah, I'm trying to look
the
at the
big
camera. I'm trying to engage our audience here. You guys are just bad performers.
Oh my god.
we need a cooling agent. for
Triggers a
Gavin.
scram, shut down,
Wanna have a
safety
meeting
control
about it?
rods, activation mechanism. It's a kind of involuntary overreaction, thus freezing him in the procedure. By freezing himself temporarily, Godzilla is able to survive this potentially.
Godzilla.
Godzilla is able to survive this potential critical trauma.
All right.
Also, yes.
Beautiful. All right.
So, I'll say my final bit. We can go on the ratings and talking about the movie you're picking for this upcoming week.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I did pick this movie with kind of like a large space in between the last time I watched it. Forgetting about the meetings and stuff, the vast majority of them, but it is a satire about the government and its bureaucracy and how long it takes to actually respond to the crisis at hand.
Yep.
Which I think they did a really good job of describing how long it takes.
Tickle, tickle.
Oh my!
Yeah, if that's what they were going for, they definitely made that nice and drawn out.
What I do remember vividly from my first watch was like Godzilla's evolution, starting off as like the kind of salamander amphibian mode that he was in, the destruction, how cool he looked, how like closer to like a horror genre they made him look.
Yeah, it's probably the coolest he's ever looked.
Oh yeah, all right.
By the end, not at the beginning.
The Shin Godzilla figure, like his final form, is one of my favorite figures that I have in my collection.
And his sharp, serrated teeth.
I think I have a Funko.
Yeah, he looks
here,
cool.
but just the sheer destruction that he causes when he's in his final form was something I hadn't seen yet in a Godzilla movie.
Yeah, this was one of his highest death counts on the Japanese population.
Probably.
Outside of the big War of the Monsters and all that has hundreds of thousands. But as far as on-screen deaths...
War of the Monsters kind of killed majority of the world.
Yeah,
We're going by that.
exactly.
True. Now I will say that I like -1 better. This one
Yeah,
it's more critically acclaimed.
Does it have
actually got an
more
Oscar.
meetings?
No.
Oh.
It actually got an Oscar. It's the first Godzilla movie to win an Oscar, if I remember right. And the sequel comes out later this year, I think around November. So, my closest turn to that release will watch -1.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm down for that. Like I said, I've missed a lot of the more recent Japanese
So,
ones.
my famous warnings. This is more of a post-World War II film coming up with -1. And like the destruction and satire it comes with like the nuclear warfare and that kind of stuff. But like I said, more critically acclaimed. I do wish that there was a sequel for Shin Godzilla. There was an idea kind of involving the like, humanoid Godzilla's coming out of his tail at the end of the movie.
That looked cool.
Yeah, it'd be a really cool concept, especially if they kind of leaned out of the meetings a little bit.
They could name it something like, to really like show how it's like the next evolution. I guess you call it something like Prometheus or something, since they kind of look like xenomorphs.
Yeah, a little bit.
I thought you were going to say call it Thigh Godzilla. Knee Godzilla.
Thigh Godzilla.
No,
Ankle Godzilla.
it'd probably be called Shin Godzilla too, but at
Shin
this point,
Godzilla.
at this point, Toho is open to a sequel. They're just kind of concentrating more on the minus series right now.
Yeah.
They're having a lot of meetings
Building
inside.
Lots of meetings.
A lot of meetings.
It is a studio. They're going to have a lot of meetings.
Yeah, they're having a lot of meetings to film more meetings.
Realize I should have wore a Godzilla shirt today.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
Big miss on that one.
Mm-mm-mm.
All right, you guys want to go on ratings?
Yeah.
Show.
Out of 10, what would you rate it, Gavin?
7.
7?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 5. It loses points for sheer volume of meetings. On a cool factor, I would go much higher.
But think about this. We counted those.
But for a coherent storyline, start to finish, as a movie, I don't think it's that good. I think it's the coolest Godzilla's ever looked, and his fire breath is the coolest it's ever looked. But an hour and 45 minutes of meetings to see that half an hour of cool was just a bit much for me. Most of this movie was too damn boring. And I get what they were going for.
Yeah.
It's intentional boredom and showing the bureaucracy and satire on that, but I don't need to see that in my Godzilla movie. I want Godzilla just wrecking shit left and right.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys
Brian,
You missed when in his salamander form when he crawled over that building.
I loved that. That was great.
Yeah.
I didn't understand his look. I was very confused, but
You guys all gave me
But it was
very
cool.
worried looks. Like, is this how you looked the whole movie?
I was like,
I wasn't sure how I felt about it. I'm like,
I was hoping.
on
that's
one,
how he
this
looked.
is not Godzilla, but two, he's kind of cute.
Plus, they kind of want to like relay the feeling that he's in pain when he moves and like transforms.
In those early scenes, they pulled that.
I was like,
off
that's
pretty
why.
well.
That's why they have him scream.
Yep.
When he's using his. No, the scream when he's using his breath.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because when he first starts off, it starts off with like a big roar because it's actually
Yeah.
hurting him. Like it's supposed to show that it's hurting him horribly, but.
If this is a movie about meetings, I give it a 59 out of 60 meetings.
59 out of 60
That's the
meetings.
exact number right there.
If this is a Godzilla movie, if 98 is my favorite Godzilla movie, and I give that an 8.5, I'll give this a 7. I'll sit with Gavin.
It's fun.
Zach?
I like that it's busy. You know, like I don't feel, even during some of the meeting scenes, because of the way that they're discussing things and going about things, mostly even the meeting scenes, I'm like, okay, this is...
It makes sense.
Yeah.
And like, they have to use a lot of camera cuts, so it didn't feel as static as a meeting.
Oh, they moved rooms a couple times. Walked through hallways while having
we got War of the Worlds cam.
Yeah,
So
This must be where they stole it from, actually.
I bet it is.
for me, I'd say there was some very high highs. The look,
Yeah.
all the Godzilla scenes, the atomic breath, but there was a lot of lows that went with it as well.
Yeah.
Like not all the meetings were necessary in my mind, but I'm
No.
gonna have to sit at a 7 as well.
Yes. All right. We have a Godzilla quiz.
Yeah, we're gonna crush it right now.
We
Zach,
have to name every
you better know
Godzilla
every
movie.
one of these.
Can
I
I get?
cannot promise every one of them.
Can I get the ones I know?
Sure.
Go for it.
Type in Godzilla.
Wow.
Yeah!
That gave you a free.
Give me Shin Godzilla. Give me Godzilla -1. And that's all I know.
All right. Gavin.
War of War of the Monsters, right?
Or
No, it's
the planets.
War of the
You might
Worlds.
Destroy All Monsters. Jesus, I'm freaking messing up a bunch. That's it. That's all I want to
That's all
say.
you
Godzilla
know.
Returns.
Oh,
Nope.
Returns.
The
There we go.
Return of Godzilla.
/ Godzilla.
Let's do the easy one. So,
Yeah.
Godzilla, King of the Monsters. That might give you. Oh, it gives you one. Godzilla versus Kong. Godzilla X Kong, New Empire.
What?
So the MonsterVerse has grown a little
Yeah.
bit.
I also
have you
haven't
seen
that one.
Have you seen Kong's Skull Island, Nick? It's actually a pretty fun one.
No, the only Kong movie I've ever seen had Jack Black in it.
Hell yeah!
Godzilla
Awesome.
2000.
Oh, yeah. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
What about like Mothra?
There's the verses.
Yeah, Godzilla versus Mothra.
Godzilla versus
King of Godzilla, King Ghidorah.
there's the Rise of King Ghidorah.
Oh, you just have to type in who he fought. There we go.
There's
Mecha Godzilla.
There should be Mechagodzilla 2 as well.
Ooh. Yeah. If we score below 50% on this quiz, or not below 50%.
The average.
Not what I meant. If we score below the average, we will do a punishment next week. Maybe we'll all eat some hot sauce.
Son of Godzilla. That's the best one, Zach. You
Final
gotta watch
Monsters.
that.
Final Wars. Versus Space Godzilla.
Just do
Take the
Space
faces
Godzilla.
out, yeah. You can just type, Space Godzilla. I think that's the code. Yeah.
Destroyer. Ghidorah.
Ghidorah. How do you spell?
I think it's H-E Dora.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
What's one of the other ones? There's Mothra, Ghidorah, Mechagodzilla, Ghidorah.
There's the evil version of Mothra, so that's
Evil Mothra.
Anti-Mothra.
It's Gigantor on here.
starts with an M.
Methra.
Island of Monsters.
Huh?
Island of Monsters.
They're gonna film that shit here in town.
No,
Oh, try CU Monsters.
no.
Sea monsters.
Hey! Fuck y'all! Fuck y'all!
Hey, I believed in it.
Not what you were thinking. but
Whatever! I said it! CU
This is
Monsters!
Sea Monster, not,
Now-
not the movie Sea Monsters.
Okay.
I said Sea of Monsters.
Oh. It's still
Now
not
I'm
right.
wondering.
I mean, it's still that one.
I'm wondering because there was original Japanese Godzilla.
Yeah.
They did an American remake. Does that count as a different one, or is that 54?
54 is the OG.
Is,
I don't know
is
if it had a different title, though.
One's called Gojira, isn't it? Like, one's
No.
actually...
I tried Gojira,
Oh, okay.
and that's the original name in Japanese.
So there was another Godzilla that was similar to King of the Monsters in title. I think it might be King of Monsters.
King, that sounds right.
No.
Kingdom
There
of,
is-
Kingdom of Monsters?
Maybe.
Because there is a bunch of monsters where,
Yeah.
like...
I know there's multiple Mothra movies.
Try Rise of King Ghidorah, because that was one of the earlier ones.
Or we already tried King Ghidorah. There was-
Yeah, but it gave us that.
Yeah, we
but
got
there's a
King
specific one that's called like the Rise of the King Ghidorah.
we got
It's
Final.
like a
Oh,
king-
we didn't get Final Wars, did we?
Yeah.
Final Wars.
Yeah, it's right there. 2004.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we did. Okay.
Final Wars.
Got it. Godzilla.
Well, 2000.
Did he ever face off against actual King Kong?
Oh yeah, Godzilla versus King Kong, or King Kong versus Godzilla.
Just a big King Kong, I think.
There we go.
Ah.
I have that one.
Come on, Zach. Think to your collection.
Yeah, you've got all of these.
I want to say Megarius was the evil Mothra.
Curious.
So Megaius. No, that's not how you spell it.
Clearly.
Give me a spell check.
Yeah, mega firms.
Mega fires.
God, there's more.
There's so many. I have.
Godzillas too.
Godzilla and Friends.
Could be right.
There is one that's. I know. I bet it might be the TV show.
That might be the Hanna-Barbera.
Barbara, yeah.
I was like, oh, it was fun.
Was it? I'm not answering, so it doesn't matter.
Did you just look up the spelling?
No, he just looked up.
I'm just looking up the list.
Oh, well, Nick's out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't been answering anyway.
All right, minute left.
So is it
You
saying
guys-
is it saying only ones that Godzilla are in, or is it just saying because Kong Skull Island would be on here? Then
You
This
can try.
one-
I don't think so.
I didn't think so
No,
either,
it's
but I was
just
just
Godzilla.
curious.
There's a cameo of him as a cave painting.
I'll tell you, because I just went through the list. You probably aren't going to get any of the rest.
What's that? Cameron or Cameron? That beetle one? The turtle?
Oh, Gamera.
Gamera.
Gamora.
Gamora?
I don't know. It might be Gamora.
Godzilla versus Angrius.
Angrius?
So that's that like.
That's that
Ink.
emotion and Inside Out.
Try the game or the game or I don't know.
Yeah.
We're going to run out of time, folks.
So you got 20
Hopefully.
seconds. We're done.
Hopefully.
Spit out the last one, Zach. You got
Turtle.
it. Turtle.
Damn!
Planet of Monsters.
God damn it.
Got it.
Ah.
Nailed it.
Nailed
If that
it.
put us over the average, you guys are welcome for me looking up that
For
list.
your cheat.
Is there Godzilla 2001?
How about Godzilla 2000?
Raids
Oh,
again.
it did
Raids.
not
Ghidorah.
affect our score. We still would have hit over the average.
All Monsters Attack should have gotten that one.
Invasion of the Astro Monster.
Terror.
Ghidorah, the three
Terror of Mecha Godzilla. That's what I was trying to say.
Gigan, Megalon.
How did you guys miss Godzilla Raids again?
Easily.
I thought it was.
Dumbasses.
I thought it was Returns.
Mega Gurious. So you
Well,
were
there was
close.
Godzilla Returns. We got that one, I think.
Good God. Good God.
Tokyo
We were
SOS.
overthinking it. Biolante. I remember Biolante.
Terror of Mechagodzilla.
The Planet Eater.
You know, there was a time in my life I didn't
Oh.
like the older ones.
I love the older ones.
I love Destroying All Monsters.
That's the one where they make fun of Zilla, right?
Yeah.
Outside of Son of Godzilla.
Alright.
It's just wacky.
We've done it.
All right, no punishment this time.
No punishment.
Now for Indiana Jones films.
Um,
Everyone knows it's part of the MonsterVerse.
We have made it through a full cycle of movies, gentlemen. So it is back to Aaron. Aaron, what are we watching this week?
This week we are going to be watching The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension from 1984. I've never seen this movie,
But it looks
but I've
sick.
heard it's good.
It's rated about the same as Shin Godzilla on IMDb, so.
Well, it's got
Are you just
something.
picking ones with
Oh,
long
here we go.
synopsises?
All right. This was unintentional, but let's go ahead and read the synopsis for our viewers.
I'm glad he sent this in from an EDU account.
Me too. All right.
Brain surgeon, rock musician, adventurer, Buckaroo Banzai is a modern Renaissance man and has made scientific history. He perfected the oscillation overthruster, which allows him to travel through solid matter by using the eighth dimension. But when his sworn enemy, Dr. Emilio Lizardo, devises a plot to steal the device and bring an evil army back to destroy Earth, Buckaroo goes cranium to cranium with the madman in a battle that could spell doom for the universe. Along with his crime-fighting team, the Hong Kong Cavaliers, Buckaroo must stop the evil alien invaders from the eighth dimension who are planning to conquer our dimension. He is helped by Penny Pretty and the long-lost twin sister of his late wife, and some good extra-dimensional beings who look and talk like they are from Jamaica. Greg Bull, bull@life.bio.sunysp.edu.
Alien, interdimensional travel, scientist,
Eccentricity, electrocution, 180 more.
Let's watch the trailer. for this.
Let's read all 180 other tags.
No.
No.
Oh, shit. This looks too scary, man.
Wait. No way.
It's a Christopher Lloyd movie, hell yeah.
That's not Christopher Lloyd.
No, I'm reading the thing that says
Oh.
Christopher Lloyd movie directly below it.
That is one of the villain from
Oh!
Star Trek Into Darkness. I can't remember his name.
Con?
Second villain, I guess.
Golly.
Look at these
What a
guys.
start to a trailer.
What's Dr. Emilio Lizardo?
I don't know.
Obviously the one in the fedora. What are we talking about?
I don't know, I kind of hope it's the
Crowd
Crown
shots.
Why does this look like Doctor Who?
It
Next-
really does look like Doctor.
Next week's episode will be shot purely from the crotch angle.
Talking to the president's on line 1, calling about is everything okay with the alien spacecraft from Planet 10, or should we just go ahead and destroy Russia?
Jesus. Slow down, brother.
Or destroy Russia.
Or should we just destroy Russia?
Yeah, let's do what we always
Yes,
do.
I'm on,
Destroy
no, I'm
Russia.
Hell yeah. Are we gonna be able to find this movie?
Destroy Russia or number 2?
All right, that looks.
You have verified we can find
Fantastic.
this one, right?
I have already found it.
He already had this movie downloaded.
So,
Before this point.
unlike our other movie, which we still cannot track down, we will be able to watch this masterpiece.
Weirdly frustrating.
The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai.
So come back next week for our review of Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai. And Gavin's pick, because he will be up. And
Isn't everyone excited?
like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell.
might be a
Just a second. Just a second.
Oh, just a
Peter Weller. That's who I was thinking of.
Peter Weller.
You heard it here first.
Is that Leonard Nimoy?
No.
Oh.
I was looking and it looked like I saw Leonard Nimoy.
I
I'm
know
like,
him
what?
from a specific
Leonard
movie, so I
Nimoy's
looked up
name
that
is
movie.
Leonard Nimoy. What the fuck are you talking about?
Leonard Nimoy.
Is Peter Leonard Nimoy?
Guys, we need to get the
No, I was looking at
objects-
his phone and it looked like his name
Oh,
popped up.
okay.
We
That's
need to
what
get the
I was-
objects out from in front of Gavin. His ADHD is going crazy. But we also have Fiddler on the roof over here.
Boom here.
You.
Yeah. Yeah, I do fit a lot.
All right. Well, stay
On
tuned
roof.
next week.
Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It is time to split. What?
Split? Yeah, split.
All right.
We found a table. We found a table. We found a table. We found a table. And now it's legally ours problem. We found a table. Yeah, we found a table. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Facts. We dusted it off. We tipped it around. If it was lost, now it's found.